Ben here, I'm going to use Ben as an example. I don't know if you've ever looked at Ben's BlackBerry or Renee's BlackBerry. You have a contact list, right? And Ben's contact list, for everybody who's in the church, it's Brother Mario Rosado, Brother Evan Chan, Brother Jared, Brother, and one time I tried using Renee's phone and it was Sister so-and-so, Sister. I mean, basically imagine if you have on your phone list, 75 people with the same first name. It's on the one hand, kind of funny, right? It's not that efficient. You got to text brother. Well, I appreciate why they do that, right? Because I think they really treasure the fact that we're brothers and sisters. I like that, and just to be able to call one another brother, it's a very special thing. So just at the beginning of this meeting, just seeing everyone greet one another. This is the church as the family of God. And I am so tempted right now to go through this entire list and look and show you all the New Testament verses, but for the sake of time, I can't do that right now. But I hope you get a taste of what it means to be in God's family. And I want to be quick here because I want to give an ample time for testimonies, because I think this is something we need all the brothers and sisters to develop. Okay, so really quickly, we've touched something about the church being the household. Now, I'd like to impress you that the household is where the living God dwells. Let's read 1 Timothy 3:15. Ready? All together, go.
But by the way, I write that you may know how one ought to conduct himself in the house of God, which is the church of the living God,
Amen.
The pillar and base of the truth.
So the key phrase here is the church of the living God. The house of God is the church of the living God. It's not the church of the holy God or the church of the righteous God, but the church of the living God. Brothers and sisters, our God is living.
Amen.
That's why we had a song here. We didn't have time to sing it. Maybe at the end we can sing it. But our God is living. Amen. Now, if you go to some churches, so-called churches, especially in Europe, some cathedrals, and you walk in those cathedrals, you don't get the sense that God is living. You get the sense that he is a historical God. Phoebe, you were in Spain last summer, right? I just saw some pictures on Facebook or something. I didn't know you were in Spain. I don't know, did you visit any? I mean, so you visit those places. They're awesome, they're beautiful, but you don't have the sense that God is living. You have a sense that God is historical. Well, our God is not historical. Our God is not dead. Our God is not sick. Our God is not paralyzed. Our God is not immobile. Our God is living. And so the church, when you touch the church, you should touch the church as the house of the living God. That means all of us, we too should be living. Let's read 2 Corinthians 6:16. Ready? Go. And what agreement does the temple of God have with idols?
For we are the temple of the living God. Even as God said, I will dwell among them and walk among them, and I will be their God, and they will be my people.
Amen. In most religions you have an idol in a temple, and people go to this temple to worship an idol. That is a dead idol in a lifeless temple. In the Christian faith, we are the temple of God, and the living God dwells within us. That is our faith. And if we are not living, then in a sense, we're not genuinely the church. So this is why, with many of you, we emphasize this matter of being living, or we use this word vital. Vital. Vital means living and active. So we need to be vital people. Being vital is quite simple. It starts with in the morning, you wake up, you contact the living God. And then during the day, you're praying, and maybe you're praying with a companion, you're in the Word a little bit, and you meet with other Christians. That is a vital living. But our God is living, our God is active, and for us to be the house, We need to be living, vital believers. Okay, I'm kind of rushing a little bit because I want to conclude and give time for testimonies. Let's end with these last two verses, these two sets of verses. This is from the very beginning of the church. Let's read Acts 2:44, 46 through 47 all together. Ready, go.
And all those who believed were together and had all things common. And day by day, continuing steadfastly with one accord in the temple and breaking bread from house to house, they partook of their food with exaltation and simplicity of heart,
Amen.
praising God and having grace with all the people.
Amen.
And the Lord added together day by day those who were being saved.
Does that look like a boring church life to you? Isn't that engaging? Isn't that, you have all these components here. You have the believers being living, being active. You have the houses, you have the families. For sure they're related to one another. You have this atmosphere of exaltation. This is the earliest church life, not just in the New Testament, but in the history of the church. And this remains the blueprint, brothers and sisters. This remains the model for what the New Testament church should be. As the family of God, as the household of God, where the living God dwells. And when you have such an atmosphere, when you have such an environment, you know what God likes to do? The very last verse, God likes to add. The Lord added together, day by day, those who are being saved. When the Lord has this, then the Lord says, I want to add to that. This is the genuine community that every believer is longing for. And this should be our experience of the church. There's more I'd like to say, but I think it's much better if we just take some time in little groups, fellowship a little bit, and then hopefully have some time for overflow. Amen? How about we just assemble in little groups and continue to digest this word?